Last year, our high schooler was a freshman. She made the girls' flag football team. It was her first time playing organized football. Hell, it was the first time for the entire team to be playing organized football because the program was just starting up. Going into the season, we really weren't expecting all that much. After we watched their first two games, we damn sure weren't expecting much. They were bad. It was a chaotic mess. But because they had an excellent coach, matter of fact, what this dude did last season with those girls, it was one of the best coaching jobs that I have ever seen at the high school level. In one season, this coach turned a group of girls who had never played football before into an actual football team. Long story short, as the season went on, the girls got better and better. In a season where we thought that they would be done by mid-October, team ended up playing all the way to Thanksgiving. They made the state championship game. Now, I'm not usually big on watching high school sports, but last year, that was the most fun I've ever had watching sports at that level. It was a great season. Now, going into the playoffs, we were all excited. We were traveling all over the state. They were competing against the best teams in the state, and they were winning. I really missed it this year. I missed watching it this year. I was hoping that over the next 4 years, we were going to get to watch her play flag football and eventually they'd win a state championship. But there was a coaching change which caused a lot of the girls to quit the team, and just like that, it was all over. When I saw this story out of California yesterday, I immediately thought of our magical season last year in flag football. What would I have done if our daughter showed up to a playoff game and the opposing team had a player wearing a jock strap? What would I have done if we showed up to the state championship in flag football and the opposing team was handing out mock threes to their offensive line so they could shave their beards? I would have done the exact same thing that Stone Ridge Christian High School in California did, and I think the girls on our flag football team last year, they would have done the same thing that the girls on the Stone Ridge volleyball team did. They would have refused to play the game and just ended their season. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble across this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. If you search Behind the Line here on YouTube, should be the first channel that comes up. You know, it should not be this way. High school girls, they should not have to make this decision after busting their ass all season to make the playoffs. But in the People's Republic of California, under the leadership of loyal comrade Gabby Newsom, this is the reality for young women. Stone Ridge Christian made the playoffs in volleyball. The number one seed in their bracket, best team. It was a school named San Francisco Waldorf. Guess it shouldn't be all that surprising that a school from San Francisco, the city of rainbows, allowed a biological male to join their girls' volleyball team. I guess I can't get too mad at San Francisco Waldorf because they are just following the law in the People's Republic. Since 2013, the California Interscholastic Federation, they have allowed prepubescent boys to identify as girls and compete in girls' sports. According to their policy, our athletes are allowed to compete against the gender that is consistent with their gender identity. Translation: if young Gary wakes up one morning and decides to be Mary, he can fulfill his dream of becoming a girls' volleyball star. I'm looking down here at my calendar, 2024. That means for the past 11 years in the People's Republic of California, young women have been dealing with this bullshit. Young women have had opportunities taken away. Young women have felt forced to forfeit playoff games. Also, a questioning teenager can fulfill his dreams of becoming a champion. 11 years this has been going on. Let me ask you something. Where in the hell is the media? Why isn't this story receiving national media coverage? Why are these young women having to suffer in silence? If this same thing happened to us last year, I would be absolutely furious. I would be talking about it every day on the main channel. I would be sending my videos to every mainstream media outlet I could think of. I would be asking you guys to share the story. Maybe the media would pick up the story, maybe they would ignore it. Hell, maybe I would call them out so much for ignoring me, some woke media outlets would pick up the story just to disagree with me, just to accuse me of transphobia. But at least I have the option. At least I've got the platform to do that. These young women, they don't have that luxury. Their parents are probably hardworking people, doctors, engineers, business owners, lawyers, union workers. More than likely, they don't have the platform to put pressure on the media. But good for these young women, though. Hell, they're not even young women yet. These are teenage girls. These are teenage girls taking a stand and doing the right thing. You know, it's bad enough when this happens at the college level, but at least they're young adults. And the People's Republic of California, they are doing this to children. What would you do if your daughter was in the same situation? She works hard all season, makes the playoffs, only to find out that she's got to compete against Mary Gary. Would you allow your daughter to compete, or would you forfeit a playoff game and just end her season? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you on the main channel.